guys, welcome to Bare Wicked Banter.
Unhinged.
I'm your host Sushmita.
And Tanisha.
This is our first episode, Swipe, Love and Repeat. Tanisha, why are you looking at your phone? Can you please focus?
I was just waiting for a little text.
A little text? It's gonna make your whole day, so tell me who the guy is.
You already know this guy.
Which guy? How long have you been talking to him?
I think around 1.5 months now.
Okay, and how long did you go out with him?
Not once. Can you believe that? Like, not once.
Not once in 1.5 months? Seriously, why?
He didn't even ask me out. Like, I really want him to ask me out.
एक second, did you just say you want him to ask you out? तू भी तो कर सकती है ना?
See, I guess I can, okay, but he's giving me all sort of mixed signals, so I don't know.
Fair if he's giving you mixed signals, but at least you should go confront him. If you're on the same page, you guys might end up dating and all that. If you're not, just get another guy. Have you seen yourself?
Just get another guy. No, I really like this guy. I think this will work out.
There is nothing in this that you can, take it forward and make it work. I really don't think so.
See, I kind of agree with you that these days people, they give you signals. It starts with a reply to your story on Instagram. Like 2 days, they'll talk with you complete enthusiasm. And the next 5 days, it's like
Oh God.
GM, sup, GN. And the conversation is like stops.
I totally get you. Like, GM लिख दिया, GN लिख दिया. Beach make a conversation. Where is it?
Exactly.
Where are the efforts?
Exactly.
Is it him?
No, it's not. It's some Rapido guy telling me. Wait, let me check the message again. It's some Rapido guy telling me, so beautiful, so elegant.
Just looking like a wow.
She just completed the statement for
I'm
me.
smart. I'm telling you, these brands these days like Zomato, Swiggy.
Oh, Zomato, I totally
है ना?
agree with you. The way the flirtatious line they give you, man.
अरे यार, nobody in this, I've not seen any app flirt so well with me and make me click on their thing and then
Exactly,
actually go buy it.
stare the notification and you end up clicking it. Like, you gave me an example of Bhindi.
Romanticizing Bhindi, have you ever thought of it? But Zomato has done it
Exactly.
all.
I mean, boys have to put their game up in all this because they have, what competition they have created for the boys is next level.
You know what? I have decided Zomato is the cutest red flag.
I totally agree with you that, cutest red flag is a proper word for it.
Yes.
But then there are actual red flags as brands. Like deodorant ads.
Oh, are you talking about Axe?
Axe. Yes,
Knew
Axe.
it.
Oh God. Like, you spray it all over your body and then
I
there are
swear.
girls completely like touchy and...
Like, what do you mean? How do you spray a perfume and expect women to run behind you? Like,
Oh no, wait. I'll tell you. There's this one example. So this World Cup was going on and we were watching match. All of our friends, we were watching. And, there was this... The ads keep coming in between overs now. So there was this Axe ad. And he was like, let me try this. I think something can happen. I'm like, what are you talking?
so he actually believed in
He
the
actually
marketing.
believed it, yeah.
Oh God, this is where we lack, There should be better branding sites. Look at Zomato, yaar. And you know what? There's this brand called Fog, as we all know. They used this hype and created their own tagline. क्या चल रहा है?
Fog chal raha hai.
Don't we all know this now?
Exactly. And when you talk about brands, we also talk about in human, the red flags, where man wants their girl or their girlfriends to be with that proper curvy body, that hourglass shape with no belly fat at all.
And then women want, six-pack abs and a hot guy like that. Hey, wait, did you just say belly fat?
Yeah.
Is it clicking anything? Dude, Lipton green tea. Shraddha Kapoor's ad.
Okay, Lipton green
Remove
tea.
belly fat in 6 weeks with just 1 cup
Wait,
every day.
Did she whoever she was addressing, did she have belly fat?
No. And
I mean, it created a lot of fuss in the market.
Seriously.
And women actually became very conscious about their body. They used to buy Lipton green tea.
Like, remove the health facts. We don't know. We are dumb. But Shraddha Kapoor said Lipton green tea is
Yes.
best. So we are going to drink it. Seriously. So now we have spoken about how Lipton green tea and all from our how we feel about the ad. But don't you do you really think that we also want men to be a certain way?
See, for me, it's not like that. It's like, that Marvel character, Loki? He is Loki sexy, man.
I agree. But isn't Chris Hemsworth the hottest and Thor, obviously?
Obviously I have to agree to this. He's super hot. But for me, it is Loki's humor, his confidence, and his charisma that attracts me so much.
I have to give you that. We all love men who are written by women. You know, all of these characteristics which you
yes.
told me just clicked. For example, Mr. Darcy from Pride and Prejudice.
Let me give you a better example, which will melt your heart.
That is.
Aditya from Jab We Met.
You had me at Aditya. I really knew what you were talking about. But Tanisha, even if I find a guy like Aditya, I don't think in this generation we are going to be end up dating and putting so many efforts. I wouldn't.
See, I think there are a lot of opinions on this. So, you know what? Let's call Kanishk, a common friend of ours who can give us inputs on casual relationships and hookup culture.
Okay, let's hear what he has to say.
A few moments later.
So, hi Kanishk, welcome to our podcast. We actually wanted some interesting opinions and perspectives about the rather trending terms nowadays. So, are you down for it?
Yes, I am.
So, what do you think about casual relationships?
I think they are pretty good. You get to know new people. You don't have much of expectations from them, but you start to feel a little connection with them. And there is no emotional support, obviously, and physical intimacy is a must, and that's what people do. And slowly it turns into a committed relationship if things work out.
Yeah.
If
Not
things
in
go in
all
the
cases.
yeah, if things go in the right direction, a casual
Yeah.
relationship can turn into a committed one. Is
Yes,
that what you're saying?
it
That's
does.
nice.
And when it turns into a committed relationship, you get fond of your partner. You like them being around you. You start sharing your feelings. You open up with them, and I think it's good. You do learn what feelings are. You do learn how to respect your partner. How to maintain the boundaries. You also learn about the consent to ask them.
Yeah, that's nice. So,
it's-
do you think dating apps nowadays help in doing all of these?
Yeah, it does to an extent, yes.
Okay.
But dating apps is not only for dating, I feel. People start with casual relationships. They might end up pretty well, but things can go into a friendship way also. That's pretty good, I feel.
Yeah.
And you get to know what the outside world is actually, how differently a person thinks.
So, you
it's
mean to
not
say
only
that
about dating, it is also making friends and connections, knowing each other.
you can
Yeah.
see different behavioral patterns if you go out on dates, etc. Is that what you mean?
Yes.
That's an interesting perspective. And coming from that, what do you think about hookup culture?
Oh, yeah.
So I feel that hookup culture is going the other way around. I personally think that it's not the right thing. Uh, if you would have seen that how Netflix, the series in that, the adult movies, they show something which is the not reality thing. But uh, our generation has started to make this thing a trend, to make it look cool, but
Cool, yeah.
I think it shouldn't happen that way.
So it influences a majority of people.
Yes,
like
it does.
Everybody
Yeah.
watches
It's
Netflix.
just it will start turning into addictive. This thing.
Yeah.
And the thinking will go in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Alright. So you mentioned earlier how men think, you know. So do you have any particular statement or something which you'd like to tell us?
Yeah. So when things move forward into a committed relationship, the men, when they physically feel safe, they open up emotionally, and the things go the other way around for the women. When they feel emotionally supportive, they open up physically.
Yeah.
So it's something
I think
which
you're like spot on with this because
Yeah.
I would totally agree.
Everyone would agree with this.
Everyone would agree with this. That's a very interesting opinion that
Yeah.
we got. So moving on, the last question for you. Are you ready for it?
yes.
If you were on a dating app, which dating app would that be?
I would prefer Bumble because I've been to a seminar where they make us meet unknown individuals, and we did have a quite long chat, and I feel that they just influenced me with their marketing strategy. So
Always win, yeah.
Marketing strategies to the win. Yes. So thank you so much, Kanishk. I think it really helped us, and that statement you gave is I'm still thinking about
Yeah,
it. You know, I
yeah.
think our audience as well will be still thinking about it. Thank you so much. I hope you have a good rest of the day.
thank you.
So now I think we have spoken a lot about casual relationship. I think we should go a little towards true love. Like everybody wants.
Especially you, na?
Especially me. Yes,
Okay, by the way,
definitely.
when you say true love, there's only a reel on Instagram. Have you seen
one?
that old couple recreate the Nick and Judy from Zootopia wala trend? So you can...
Like they
Yeah.
run and come with for the selfie.
I
Oh,
swear.
that you're talking about that old, very old couple. Oh my
Exactly.
god! I think everyone on the internet has watched this, and I melted hearts. Like everyone, it was so great.
I swear. That's the only definition of true love which I think I have. But like other than that, I don't think all this exists anymore. It's just like few of them here and there.
Excuse me, no, it does exist. I mean, I believe it, and I can prove you wrong. Like this time, definitely I can prove you wrong. I have this cute couple I know who can tell you what true love is and what love marriage is. So let's call them.
Challenge accepted.
A few moments later.
Hi Gloria. Hi Saurabh.
Hi.
Welcome
Hello.
to Where We Get Banter Unhinged.
So are you guys excited to be here?
Yes,
So excited.
very much.
I think we are more
We are more
excited.
excited. definitely. So tell us about yourselves and what is your story?
Okay, so I'm Gloria,
I'm Saurav.
and we have been married for almost 6 years now, and we have a 3-year-old kid. We are full-time banking professionals. We love to travel and do photography, and what we love the most is breaking stereotypes and challenging the norms.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice. So how did you guys end up meeting? What's the first time you ever saw each other across?
Yeah. So we connected on a matrimony site in 2017. She was the first one to send me the request.
Yeah, so I stumbled upon his profile online, and what I loved about him is he had poured his heart out in the description box, and had an instant connection with him. So I sent him a request right away.
And
Did-
you accepted it?
Yes, this was my first time on a matrimony site. I wasn't quite expecting that I would receive a
Oh, so
request
you
from.
joined recently.
Yes.
Okay.
So it was just like 2 days after I opened the account,
wow,
I
lucky.
saw the
2
message
days,
from her
wow.
side. So I wasn't actually expecting anything that somebody would message me or send me an invitation, but nevertheless I was very excited. So I accepted her request, scrolled through her profile and checked her pictures. What I noticed and liked about her profile or her page is that her fashion sense. I loved it.
We can see that.
Yes.
We can definitely see that.
And the second thing, it was her infectious smile that I noticed in all the pictures. That's true. So we exchanged numbers, and for about a week we texted each other, and then we decided to meet up. So finally we met in a restaurant on a Saturday afternoon.
So that was your first in real life meeting.
Yes.
Although we met for the first time, I actually did not feel like that I was meeting her for the first time, as if I knew her since long.
Yeah, there is a backstory to it as well. But when we met, it was like we started having conversation about very simple topics, and we went into deep topics like, getting married, traveling together. And we didn't even realize it was that
It
effortless.
was more than like 6-7 hours we were still sitting,
Yeah.
talking.
That's when you know that there's some
Yeah.
connection.
I
Yes.
think we all want, oh, such a guy, such a guy.
And I think it was first time that we shared such kind of connection.
Yeah,
Later
yeah.
she told me, but that was for her side
So
also.
what I loved about him was, he was such a genuinely simple person, a no nonsense, no show off guy at all, and he was true to himself. And the way he spoke, it was like, he didn't have to go out of his way to impress me. And it was like it was all so shocking for me, because that was the first time I met a person from a matrimony site who was exactly what they had described in their profile. That is very important, because I have had my share of disappointments and heartbreaks over the years. 3 years is
Yeah,
what I
so
was there,
though it seems like this was the first time we were meeting, I'm sure we had crossed paths many times before. We were working in the same office, same building,
yeah.
and even in the same shift, but we never knew
We
each
didn't
other
know each other.
back then.
It's a made for each other come true.
Yeah. It was meant to be.
So
we
now
knew it.
people can believe it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You remember that picture? That
Oh, yes. So I have a picture of my colleagues where, his friends are standing in the background, and I'm sure he was also there somewhere hiding behind a tree or something. And when we got married and we were going through the album, and he was like, "Hey, those are my friends." I'm like, "Wow."
Yeah.
This is so great. I mean, finally we have that concept of made for
Yes.
each other.
Yeah.
I strongly feel that we even share the same office transport a few times.
Yes.
Do you remember? So my cab used to drop off a girl exactly in the lane where she is currently residing. So at that time we never interacted, or we didn't know each other by face, but I'm sure that it was her.
It was her.
So now that you know that it was meant to be.
So, did you face any consequences, or did you face any difficulties convincing your parents or anything like that?
Well, convincing my parents, no, it was quite easy. They were welcoming and about our relationship.
I was astonished how welcoming her family was.
That's
I
something
mean,
rare.
yes, at
Yeah.
that point of time, I was actually not working, but not a question about my job, how much I earn, will I be able to take care of their daughter, nothing. So what I believe is it is because they raised a strong, independent woman who was more than capable of taking care of herself. So, along with me, if I may say.
That's nice.
Even his parents were extremely welcoming about us, but we did have challenge convincing them
That
for
we
our destination wedding in Goa.
Goa.
They were not ready for that as well. So we put our criminal minds together and we cooked up a whole drama to convince them. So it was nice. At the end,
To this day, they still talk about the marriage. They ask us to show the videos, whatever we
Pictures
had.
and
So,
all, yeah.
so finally, we succeeded.
Yeah.
Talking about the destination wedding, I hear you guys get married on different locations in your anniversaries. Can you please tell us that we all
That's
are
very
excited?
interesting.
We're like, okay, what's this?
That's an interesting story.
Let me talk about it, please. Let me.
Okay, please.
Okay, so it actually started with our first wedding in Goa. A little background, what you need to know is, we had managed every little thing of the wedding ourselves, okay, right from the venue, decoration,
Guests.
food, guests, everything, okay. And on the day of our wedding, the things were not going as planned, the decorations weren't looking as it was expected, and we had booked the best photographer in town, thinking we would get some dreamy beach wedding pictures and all, only to know later that we were not allowed to see each other. So
Indian
it was so
traditions.
disappointing. We still tried to sneak out several times, and every time we were caught and by one or the other relative, and we were sent back to our room.
Yeah.
So there I was sitting in my room, extremely heartbroken, in despair, almost in tears. Okay, what is happening? Then I get a call from Saurabh, and he's like, listen, this is our first wedding, but it doesn't have to be our last one. We can get married as many times you want till you feel that it's perfect. Okay, so come down, go get ready, and let's enjoy our first wedding.
I am too enjoying.
So that is how he started, and then he forgot all about it. Okay,
Yeah.
but I had it in the back of my mind. Fast forward to our first wedding anniversary. I arranged for a surprise renewal of vows ceremony in Seychelles.
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, he had no idea.
It was so touching. It was so meaningful. I can't believe I almost teared up. So something's changed that day. We made a promise that we'll continue this tradition every year, and I'm glad that it continued for the last 6 years.
We can see that it continued. अभी मत
Yes,
रोने का इस्तेमाल हो रहा है.
वही रह गया बस.
So 6 years and 6 weddings in 6 different traditions. What we want to
we got
emphasize.
married in Sri Lanka. Then we got married in
Vietnam, Bali,
Balinese style.
Mauritius,
Mauritius,
latest.
the last one.
That was the one.
Now what's on the bucket list?
That we don't know
We
yet.
are done for this year. 6 year is done. We have another one.
Yeah, so probably
for the
next year.
one.
We are all
Here to plan the whole thing.
Yes.
Yes.
It's please keep us updated. We
Yeah,
really want
yes,
to know what's in the
absolutely,
future.
yeah.
Just keep giving us ideas.
Yeah.
Yes. So what we want to emphasize is why we get married so many times. This is our way of embracing different cultures and our way of affirming our love for each other. So it's like in a world of crumbling relationships and divorces, I'm glad to have found a person who I can get married to 100 times.
1,000 times.
1,000 times? You sure?
Yes. There's no doubt about it.
So earlier we mentioned about matrimonial sites, right? What do you guys think about dating apps? Like, have you ever been on any dating app?
He has been.
Yeah, I was there in Tinder for some time. It's completely different than how you would try to find a partner in a matrimony site. What I feel that Tinder is like a very short thing that you can judge a person. So you just have to see how the person looks. There's no description of bio. Even if it is there, it's very short. You cannot know anything about the person. So you just go by the face most
It's
of the
about
time.
the first impressions
First impression.
most of the time.
On the other hand, matrimony side, I think it also has some commitment to it, that you are actually trying to find a partner whom you are interested to get married.
Yeah.
So that aspect is there,
Plus, you
and
have the entire bio of that person, so
Yes.
you know everything about it, right from their height, and if you want to know how fair they are or they are dark they are. It's ridiculous, but yeah, you do have all these
all these options.
things.
I
Yeah.
think that's compulsory also to mention all of that.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it
But
is.
now I think you can choose to
What to answer.
you can choose not to answer those questions. But I have faced that issues where when I chose not to answer the questions, I used to get calls from the candidates' parents, and they would be like, "Oh, you haven't answered this question. May I know how fair you are?"
Yeah.
And like,
Those things were there.
yeah, those things.
On the other hand, on the dating apps, you just want to meet somebody, maybe strike a bond between two of them.
Just knowing the person.
Yes.
Another difference I think is on dating apps, you're creating the profile for yourself, right? In matrimony, it can happen that your parents, your siblings, or your friend can create a profile on your behalf,
Yes.
and they can have the conversations. They can talk on somebody else's behalf. So not most of the time you get to speak to the person directly.
Right.
Yes.
You gave me so many advantages on how everything is said on a matrimonial site. But do you think it's a taboo or something like that to be on a matrimonial site to find the one true love?
Not
I
really,
think we both believe that it's not a taboo.
Yeah, it's not a taboo at all. Matchmaking is something that has been going on for ages. Earlier, our neighbor wali aunties used to do it for
Yeah.
us, and now it's all digital. It's all in space. And if you want to know about matchmaking,
Please don't watch the Indian matchmaking in
yeah,
Netflix.
Netflix. That's
Please
all
don't believe
wrong.
that.
But if you want to know the concept, that's how it works. But it's not a taboo at all. In a digital age, when you have so many permutations of finding the right person, why not? Not always
Yes.
do you stumble upon, walking or, the trend that has come when you put on the camera and you go back and, touch the person, and then the whole story flashes in front of your eyes. Not all the time that happens. So why shouldn't you take the chance and go ahead and find the right
Everything is
person?
getting digitalized. There's
Yes.
no
Why
point.
not do this?
Exactly.
And
you sitting in
You
Bangalore.
never know where you can find the true love, right?
Exactly,
So-
exactly. Anywhere in the world. It's such
Yeah.
a big world, man. We have like millions, billions and billions of
Yeah.
people. So
Why not
yeah,
try it
why
out?
not?
Why
Yeah,
restrict
So the
ourselves?
it's not
chances
taboo
are
anymore.
increasing a little more when
And
you
I
are
feel
trying all the different
Now
platforms.
we have more control, and we are able to not compromise on the values we have, right?
Absolutely.
We say that, okay, I want a person who wants to travel. So you do not have to compromise on that. You have a platform where you can go and find a person who has the same interest.
Yes.
Available
Exactly.
with your interests.
Yes.
That's nice. Since you have such interesting opinions, I want to ask this. What are your takes on casual relationships which are happening?
Yeah, I mean, this is a very...
Coming from you,
Yeah.
your experience, what are your thoughts about it? Like it's happening nowadays, casual relationships.
Yeah.
I think casual, or if you're completely committed to it, it is completely fine. It's depends what the individual is looking into
Yeah.
the other partner.
Correct.
But as I said earlier, also it's how you're communicating with each other, how honest you are with each other. So that's what very important is, because if you're trying to hide something from each other, that definitely doesn't work, because one day the lies will come out.
So it's
you
okay
have
for
to
us to explore.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, there's
Absolutely.
nothing wrong as long as you both are on the same page and you know what you want out of the relationship.
Same page.
Casual or committed, it's all up to you. That's it. You define what you want out of the
Yes.
relationship. Do not go by what the society defines for you.
Yeah, or what your relative says, this is what your relation need to be.
Yeah,
this
no,
is how you
no,
need
no,
to
no.
behave.
People get very confused what their partner tells, what the society is telling.
It's like
That's when the
voices.
miscommunication
Yeah.
builds a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
And
Voices
I
from
also
all
feel
over.
that you need not overanalyze anything.
Yeah.
Just try to find the good points in each other, see where you need to work on with each other,
Go with the flow.
go with the flow. So definitely all this thing can make a stronger relationship. So casual
Be it
or
casual or committed,
committed, yes.
build a strong relationship,
Relationship.
strong friendship, if that's possible.
Friendship is the key.
Yes.
yes.
pyar dosti.
Pyar dosti
Pyar
hai.
dosti.
We got that. So, before registering into matrimonial sites, did you have any second thoughts like, this is not the way I want to meet my partner through an online way? I want to have a meet cute. Did it ever occur to you?
Yeah, isn't that all our dreams? Really, right? I mean, that doesn't always
Yeah.
happen. You just don't stumble upon the love of your life, casually
shiny
walking.
day, yeah.
Like that filmy moment everyone
Yeah,
wants.
raindrops and violins everywhere. It doesn't happen like that. So I had my share of relationships where I met the person face to face. The person was there in my life, but things didn't work out. But I didn't want to compromise. That's why I registered on the Matrimony site to open up my horizons. Okay, I wanted to see what kind of person or what kind of people are there in the world. And Matrimony is something that hasn't started recently. It has been
It
happening
has
for
been
ages.
there for a long time.
Yeah. So it was like our aunts who used to do it before. Now everything is digital,
digitalized.
online. And I think it's even more better that you have a lot of control with you. You can choose the person you want, and you can have a talk with the person. Generally what happens in a arranged marriage setup is you're not even allowed to see the person or even allowed to talk to the person, get to
Yes.
know each other. But that is slowly fading away, which I'm really glad about. So Matrimony websites are like, I think, a boon.
Yes.
Yeah.
I, on the other hand, was looking for true love, but it was my friend who suggested that if you're looking for a true love, it's just not going to happen. Like somebody will meet you. ऐसे तो नहीं हो जाएगा, हाँ. So she said you have to see all the options. So that's when I felt like it was like a trigger that I felt like, okay, let me try a matchmaking website or a matrimonial website. So until that, I was never into it. But I'm glad that I tried that, and rest is the story.
History.
Yeah.
All right, that was very interesting.
So earlier you mentioned about violins, raindrops, all this musical stuff. Like, where do you think all of this come from? Like,
Bollywood,
Bollywood,
yeah,
definitely.
for sure.
course.
so Bollywood is selling an unrealistic idea about love, about true love, about finding true love, right?
Well, it actually depends on how you perceive it.
Yes.
So there are movies like DDLJ
DDLJ.
where you have a person traveling from one country to another, convincing the girlfriend's parents just so that they can be happy.
Yes, and then there are
Yeah,
movies
yeah,
like
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, then there are movies like Befikre where
Yes.
you're actually into a casual relationship.
relationship,
So at the
yeah.
end of the day, it's individual priority what you are seeking.
Yes, exactly.
But a lot of people do get influenced and they just want कि
I
हाँ,
do.
चाहिए तो ऐसा चाहिए.
Like Bollywood, like I want it in a certain
Like this.
way.
So what sells is a beautiful lie than a difficult truth. So that has always been the mantra, and it sells everywhere.
Can you say it again?
Yes, like, yeah, this one
Yeah,
for the audience.
that's right.
Okay, what sells is a beautiful truth than a difficult lie.
I think talking about difficult truths, I heard you that you said in matrimonial sites you have been asked about your caste, about your height,
Yeah.
skin tone to be specific.
Yes, yes.
Do you think it's really irrelevant and that dating apps don't have that?
Yes, that is one thing that I love about the dating apps is they're so much more forward. All
Yes.
these things are not taken into account or not even considered. But in the matrimony side, what happens is they are looking for 100% match of each other. If a person is like a so much percent dark, the partner also has to be so much percent dark. The person is a doctor, the bride has to be a doctor or an engineer. It's like a like to like match, but
Yes.
that is not
Same होना चाहिए.
same होना
Yes,
चाहिए.
you can
हाँ.
set expectation what you are actually looking from your partner.
But even in this, how does skin tone matter? Like,
Yeah, exactly. It's all about how it is being brought through from ages,
Generations, yes.
Even our songs, Bollywood songs, if you talk about it, everywhere it's like Goriya, Chura. It's all about
Yeah,
Goriya
yeah,
and
Goriya,
Goriya
हाँ.
only, everywhere. Nobody is talking about Savri Ladki or something. So it has always been there. But I'm glad that the dating apps are changing that.
Yes.
Yeah.
thank you so much for that. Like, we needed to hear it from you that it is changing and that was not
Yeah.
something you should be asking.
Yes, you should
Yes.
not be asking about somebody's height, somebody's caste, subcaste, or
Your
the color.
horoscope.
The color.
It never mattered first.
Kundli matching.
Exactly,
Match,
the
yes.
kundli matching thing as well. I mean, no matter how close you are to the person, the relationship breaks just because your horoscopes don't match. That is so unfair.
Yes.
Yeah.
We never wanted to match our horoscope, and
Yeah, no, we never did.
We never did. Yes.
allowed that.
Yes.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for sharing such an adorable story and opening our minds about love marriage and other topics. And oh yeah, thank you for giving such an amazing ideas about destination wedding. I've already started.
I am
in my
there
mind.
in another island thinking, aise hoga, this is the type
White
of guy I
flowers,
want.
white flowers.
Everything is decided. Thank you so much for giving me that idea of love.
Thank you for letting us share the story.
And yeah, I'm glad that we made you believe in true love. It does exist.
We
Maybe
hope
to
we did.
Sushmita.
Yeah, right. Okay, I am in love with this couple. Head over heels. Seriously, yaar.
I'll take the credits for this, man.
Tanisha, guys, she made me fall in love with this couple, and I am so grateful. Because mujhe na, now I have a small hope in me that true love and all does exist.
Yes, you should. You should. And I'm sure you'll find a perfect guy.
See, now I'm telling you, honestly speaking, around me when I was growing up, I've always seen couple in dissatisfied marriages, no matter what type of love marriage or arranged. If it was dissatisfied, there was no out in it. People couldn't ask for a divorce.
Yeah, but now I think it's becoming very easier for the partners to take divorces because now there are no financial issues. Both are earning. So I think more the issue is about psychological insecurities.
I agree, as you said, now it's psychological insecurities, but back then, usually the case was only a man would earn in a house.
Yeah.
And if the problem was from a woman's end, she wouldn't be able to ask for a divorce because she knew there was nothing she can do after the divorce. How
Yeah.
can she live? And one more thing is the children. Like
Oh,
some people
yes.
say, get children, it's gonna save your marriage, it's gonna be completely fine. And the other set of people, they just go like, do not get children, you're gonna ruin them, you're not going to take care of them because of your
Yeah.
shitty marriage. Seriously,
But I think nowadays, like, divorce is easy to take. I think it's also easy to not take a divorce. I mean, it can be solved. The problem can be solved only by good communication.
basic advice, good communication. Like it doesn't work, man.
See, that's the thing. It's very basic, but people don't follow it actively. That's the problem with starts. You should communicate with your partner not only when there are fights, but also on daily routines to be on the same page. Then everything is like perfect.
Okay, and to get into depth with it, how exactly?
Okay, so now you're fighting. There's something is wrong between your partner. Simple things are love languages. You can communicate through
Second. Love languages.
Wait,
I
you're
only
telling
know
me
one
you
or
don't
two.
know about love languages.
No, I just know one or two.
Let me educate you on this. I mean, there are few love languages: word of affirmation, act of service, physical touch, quality time, and gift giving.
Oh wow, there are so many. You know, after listening to this, I feel I'm sixth option. All of the above.
No, it doesn't work like that, man. You know what? We will drop a test, love language test, where you can fill it and let us know what is your love language. So please drop the comment. So yeah, even you should take that test and please let me know what is your love language, because definitely you can't be all.
Okay, fine. Now that you have said it, I feel like mine, like at the top, is like physical touch. I agree. But again, I have another question for you. See, for example, this guy I'm dating, and his love language is, what is that? Words of affirmation.
Yeah.
And he sends me all these cute texts, etc., etc. And after a point, since it's not my love language, I might get annoyed. So what do I do with that?
Now it's not about love languages. I think you're trying to talk about attachment styles.
Hey, wait, is that how, like what, anxious and avoidant? Is
Yes,
that what
you're
getting
right
at?
about that. Oh, this is the first thing you know.
Finally, guys, I'm right at
So
something.
yeah, you're talking about attachment style. It's anxious and avoidant. Now, in this case, your boyfriend is anxious
Hypothetical.
and
Great.
you are avoidant.
Okay.
Like always.
So, as a avoidant, I want to ask you, what do you guys expect from us?
Definitely reassurance. Definitely, it's okay. For example, you're gonna be busy for 5 to 6 hours straight. So you just message me ki, hey, I'm gonna be busy. So if anything, just message me.
Ek second, that doesn't sound like an anxious type ka thing. Matlab, it's basic, yaar. Everybody should be able to do it.
See, it's basic for you, but for me, like an anxious person, it's a need. It's a need. Otherwise, other people will like go crazy about this.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a need.
It's a whole task to do
Yeah,
that.
it's a whole task to do that. So, as an anxious, what would you want me?
So, as an anxious, which you said,
Yeah.
which you are, which I could figure it out with your, oh my god, who's texting me?
Shut up, please. Let's not
See.
bring it back.
As an avoidant, It's like at times I'm not able to express myself.
Mhm.
See, but I want you to know that just because I don't express a certain thing, that doesn't mean I don't feel it, yaar.
Yeah, that is. I mean, that can be done. It's just, okay. For example, like this is a very classic example. I'm a boy. You're a girl, and you're crying completely, like sobbing, and you're the avoidant one, okay? And you're crying and all. And I'm giving you solutions. Like, okay, go talk to him. Go do that.
No,
That's
no, no,
so
no. Arre,
annoying.
Why would you
Like,
give me logical solutions?
I didn't even ask.
I
I didn't even
swear.
ask for a solution.
I think this
Just
has hit
sit.
us so hard that we have to talk about it. Why would you give me logical solutions when I'm asking you for comfort?
Exactly. Just sit. Listen to me. I
Yeah.
mean, just listen me cry. That's it.
That's all.
Over.
Just feel what I feel with me. Matter over. Who asked you for like go talk to her? Can't you just tell me when I'm fine?
Yeah, I mean, after we calm down completely, they can, just like now they can aram se talk to us. ठीक है. Now we can
Nahin,
give you
they
advice.
won't understand
But they will
only.
not. Yeah, they will not understand.
I
And
said.
basic solution for this also is they can just ask, do you want a solution for this, or do you just want to vent?
They are never going to ask
ये
that.
basic है exactly.
नहीं, they're
कोई
never
basic
going
चीजें
to
follow
ask
ही नहीं
that,
करता.
and we also should not expect because nobody इतना कोई नहीं सोचता. But seriously, शांत रहो. At the max, just keep quiet and let us vent. I feel we girls are the best at doing
Oh
that.
yeah, on this thing we are the best. We don't even ask what happened. Afterwards only be like, oh that's a bitch, this is a bitch. Oh खत्म हो जाता है
खत्म हो
बात.
जाता है. Seriously, Tanisha, look at you. Because of that one guy, you're so anxious. मैं हूँ ना यहाँ पे. Why do you care so much?
See, yeah, you are telling that. 2 months पहले क्या हुआ था, guys? The same thing was happening. Literally, she was crying over some guy, and I was getting a Miss Universe wali feeling.
Yeah, I feel like we girls are the best at doing that and providing
Yes,
comfort.
definitely. I mean, we are always there for each other. And we don't act like, oh, do this, do that. We at least sit and
Listen
cry
to each
together.
other. Yeah, cry together. I swear.
Yeah.
Tanisha, you are so anxious for that one guy. Chhod na bhai. You know what? We should go out right now.
Yeah, I mean, agar if I don't marry till I'm 30 or something, I'm definitely marrying this girl. Definitely.
I'm sold, guys. You know what? I'm really hungry. Can we go eat something outside?
Now.
Got it a date?
Okay, let's
Okay,
go.
done. On that positive note, we are going to end our first episode. This is your host, signing off.